Good morning, everybody. It's amazing to see a lot of folks here today, a lot of students. Thank you for taking the time to be here this morning. As I mentioned, thank you for being here today. My name is Ana Cani Torres. I am a counselor at NOCE, and I also assist NOCE students with transition through our adult career and college transition program. Through this program, NOCE has been hosting this event, Dream Your Future, in past years with the goal of sharing information and resources on college transition and on how to obtain other careers at NOCE to all NOCE students. And when it comes to college information, specifically sharing information about our sister colleges, Cypress College and Fullerton College. So we're happy to see you all today and to host you all for our 2021 virtual event. Hopefully in the future we can have this event in person, but thank you all for being here virtually. We really appreciate it. I wanted to provide an overview of our program schedule for today. Our day one is focused on what is community college, paths available to you. And we're going to have presenters from Fullerton College who will talk about community college degrees and options, and presenters from Cypress College talking about programs at Cypress and academic pathways. And then we will close today's event with our NOCE alumni student panels. So we will have our moderator, Hilda from NOCE, and amazing students who were at NOCE and have transitioned on to college. So we're excited to hear from them. And so you can envision yourself being in their shoes, being NOCE students and moving on to college. So we're excited for that. Before we begin our program, I want to provide a special thanks to our planning committee, our Dream Your Future planning committee, NOCE staff. So Belinda Sanchez, David Afshar, Deborah Perkins, Hilda Rivera, Nancy Flores, Raquel Murillo, and Stacy Webb, who have been instrumental in making sure this event was possible today and tomorrow, and in providing resources and information so we can make this happen. And of course, our presenters, we wouldn't have this information without them. So I would like to thank Jacqueline Johnson and Will from Fullerton College, Cassandra Lawrence from Cypress College, Hilda Rivera for putting together our student panel, and of course our student participants for today, Caesar, Elvia, Vladimir, and Praggy. Thank you so much for being here with us today. So without further ado, we will go ahead and get started with our first presentation, which is by Jacqueline and Will at Fullerton College.
Good morning. Thank you for having us today. My name is Jacqueline Johnston. I'm one of the counselors and the current coordinator of the Reentry Connect program, which Will Ty is now our new coordinator and counselor, and so we'll be introducing him at the end. But we really wanted to talk today about what is community college. So community college was previously known as a junior college. It's an academic institution where you can receive education for work skills, you can get associate's degrees, certificates, and you can work on your transfer preparation to transfer for a bachelor's degree program. And so one of the great things about community colleges is that it's open to everybody. So you apply, you get admitted, you don't have to have any previous educational history. All we're really looking at is that you are eligible to submit an application and you're good to go. We provide equitable opportunities for all. So meaning it doesn't matter what your background is, what your language level is, what your math skills or English skills are. We want everybody to have the opportunity to thrive within the community college environment and go out and get careers. We do have federal aid, which is also known as FAFSA. And then we also have state aid for our AB 540 students or DACA students. And so as you can see, we've listed the links for both financial aid at Fullerton College as well as Cypress College. We wanted to provide a little bit of an overview of the educational institutions and what are the differences. So like I mentioned previously, a California community college like Fullerton or Cypress is that we grant associate's degrees and certificates. We don't offer bachelor's degrees, but there will be a caveat, and we'll talk about that in a little bit, and anyone can attend. Then we have our Cal State universities, such as Long Beach or Fullerton. These institutions grant bachelor's degrees and graduate degrees, so master's, PhDs. You have to apply, meet certain requirements, and be admitted. And there is a certain level of education required for that admission. Then we have the UCs, so University of California, so example, Irvine or LA. These are also bachelor and graduate degree granting institutions. Once again, you do have to apply, be admitted, meet certain requirements. Then we have private institutions. So locally, we have Biola and Chapman University. Private institutions have various different levels of education that is required prior to admission. Some private institutions offer associate's degrees, bachelor's degrees, and graduate degrees. It really just depends on each particular one. And you do have to apply and be admitted. The biggest difference is the price tag. So community colleges are by far going to be the cheapest. But once again, you can only get an associate's degree. And then the Cal States are going to be second in tuition cost. UCs are going to be a little bit more expensive, and most private institutions are going to be the most expensive out of these four options. So NOCE is fantastic because we have two community colleges to choose from. We have Fullerton or Cypress College. One of the great things about our district is that you can take classes at both Fullerton and Cypress College. So if, let's say, there's a particular course that's not offered at one of the institutions, you can go ahead and take it at the other one. We offer different associate's degrees and certificates. For instance, Cypress College offers health sciences. Fullerton does not offer any health sciences such as nursing, dental hygiene, or dental assisting. And then Cypress College actually offers a few bachelor's degree programs. So we have mortuary science, which is very popular. You can apply to either for admission. You only have to apply to one of them. So if, let's say, you submit an application to Cypress, that means that you're already in the system and you can register at Fullerton College as well. And then we have different, what we call matriculation policies. So the difference between that is that if, let's say, you start out at Cypress, they're going to place you for math and English a little bit different than how Fullerton College would do it. So figure out which school is going to be your main school and go ahead and follow the admission procedure for that school. And then the different type of educational options. So I've mentioned these, but I have not explained them. So for certificates at a community college, they're going to focus mainly just on your career skills. So let's say automotive technology, child development, biotechnology, court reporting. You're not going to need any general education. You're just going to take the classes that are specifically geared towards that career. Typical certificates range anywhere from 9 to about 35 units. It really just depends on the level. So meaning we could have multiple different levels. We could have level 1, level 2, level 3. And then it also depends on the particular major. Most certificate students are career ready within a year if they are full-time. But once again, some certificates could be a little bit more on that higher end side of units. So it may take you a little bit longer. So it's important that you meet with a counselor to discuss your particular certificate and major, and then to create that plan. Then bachelor's degrees. So we've mentioned that these are completed at the Cal State, UC private institutions, and some community colleges like Cypress College. They're going to be a combination of general education, major preparation, and graduation requirements. And those are going to be specific to each school as well as to each major. And then it typically takes 4 to 5 years if you're starting out as what they call a freshman. But let's say if you attend a community college and then transfer, it's 2 to 3 years typically after transfer. And then at the community college, we actually have 2 different types of associate's degrees. So a regular associate's degree, which we just call an AA or AS, that's going to require 60 degree applicable units. So kind of similar, if we think about it in credits, is what some other individuals call it. And then Fullerton requires approximately 24 units of general education. I'm not a Cypress College counselor, so I don't want to speak for them. Minimum major preparation is 18 units. So if we take 24 units plus 18 units of major preparation, you may need to have some elective units to reach that 60. And certain majors can have up to 40 units of major preparation, depending on the associate's degree. And then we have an associate's degree for transfer. This is for students that know that they want to transfer to the Cal State system. So they want to take some time at the community college, get a degree, but also apply for transfer to get a bachelor's degree. This is very similar, 60 units that you need total. You need approximately 39 units of general education. It's about 5 more than a regular associate's degree. The minimum is 18 units of major prep. And then the average completion time for both is about 2 to 3 years. It really just depends on the major. So it's very important that you do meet with your counselor to talk about the options. Is it better for you to do an associate's degree for transfer, or to focus on transfer? And then a little bit about Reentry Connect. So for Reentry Connect, we're a support program for non-traditional students. And like I mentioned before, I'm the current coordinator and counselor, but Will Ty will be taking over in June. And so he will be our new counselor and coordinator. So you'll see a lot of him if you meet the criteria to participate in the program. So essentially, to qualify, you just have to be over the age of 24, or a parent, or you're married in a domestic partnership, or let's say you're returning to college. So maybe, you know, you've been attending the NOCE, but you attended college before that. That makes you count. And you just have to meet one of those criteria. And so essentially what we offer is we offer one-on-one counseling, academic counseling. So talking about career, creating educational plans, helping you map your time and figuring out what might be the best route for you. We offer student success workshops, and these topics range differently for each semester. And then we also have social events, and hopefully when we're back on campus, these will be a little bit more fun because you're not just sitting virtually, you're actually being able to participate with others. And then we offer a weekly newsletter that gives out our campus resources and information. So we like to keep you up on admissions deadlines. We like to let you know about scholarship opportunities, if there are career opportunities that are available. And then you have the opportunity to earn a bookstore supply card or a Sodexo meal card once we are back on campus. There is no requirement to join. All you have to do is when you submit your application to Fullerton College, is it's going to ask you, are you interested in any programs? It's going to say Reentry Connect, and then in parentheses, it says returning to college. Even if you're not returning to college, that's fine. You can still click Reentry Connect. We'll go ahead and we'll send you an intake form, and then we'll add you to our newsletter. And you can do this at any point in time, even if you're not planning on attending for the next couple semesters. If you do have any questions, we do have our email. It's reentryconnect@fullcall.edu. And then we also have a website where we list the events that we are having. And as an NOCE student, you can attend our events as well. and then I'll let Will go ahead and introduce himself.
Hi, everyone. My name is Will Tai, and like Jacqueline has stated, that I will be taking over the coordinating duties for the reentry program at Fullerton College. So I'm hoping to see many of you enroll at Fullerton College or Cypress College and be part of the reentry program at Fullerton College.
Thank you, Will. And thank you for having us today. And I always like to make sure that my presentations are always shorter than the time allotted, because I know how time can get away from us.
Thank you, Jacqueline, and thank you, Will, for being here today. We appreciate all the information about the different degrees and certificates and about Reentry Connect. So everyone who's here today, feel free to write down their email and their website information. And if you do plan to attend Fullerton College, please connect with the Reentry Connect program.